Alright, and we're back. So, we're actually at the steel plate factory I built last time. But for those of you who are just looking for the factory tour, or the factory overview, as I've been doing, I'll put the time code in the description. But we're starting here, for the rest of you that are sticking around, we're starting here to fix an error from the last video. I caught it while I was editing, but this is incorrect. This is actually supposed to look more like that. So that's what we can get if everything's supplied, which actually, like in a bit. Actually it is at the moment. Oh, it's going to do the thing. I don't look at the Mercer sphere. So if you see on the right here too, this production, the 276 assemblers, that's for reinforced iron plates, believe it or not. That's for 2 episodes from now. For now, we're going to jump in here and head over to our, here it goes.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
Oh man, I thought
Harvest it.
turn on. Oh my god, stop it.
Relaying message. Hello.
No, stop. Stop.
I have taken ill and need your help to find a cure.
Okay, Devs, this is
Doctors
one of the
say
things
that
you
the
gotta
only remedy is
address.
getting artifacts.
Let us turn this off, please. But we're gonna head over to the new iron rod factory. That's what I decided to do next. So, see you in a second. Alright, so we're pulling up to the building now. So I had to build this a little bit differently. You can see there's already some walls on there. I had to do that because the shape of the building, to keep it consistent floor to floor, I needed to use the walls as guidelines. So what we're going to do now, stop this train. Stop. And yes, I did just notice that giant traffic jam. That's why I'm trying to spread these factories out. Because if you look, I'll show it off in a second. I can zoom out on my map here. Yeah. See this big jam here? I think I've mentioned this. This is where, like, down through this middle part here and all up this coast is where I have, like, all of my factories. So I'm trying to move them around. So this is where I have the rod factory now. Now, the layout for this. As you can see, there's a big conveyor belt cyclone going up the middle here. If we fly up, each floor, lagging a bit, has 16 constructors in a octagon. So I did want to do, the whole point of this is to kind of look rod shaped. The issue is getting everything really round. I have supplies on me, so we can start building. But to get everything around, I saw how to do it. I don't know if they changed it, but originally, like, the way to do it is you put a foundation, then you go in your inventory, you drop an item, usually like wire, then you turn slightly, then you go down, and then you put another one, and then you come up, and no, I'm not doing that. Yes, the curves look nice, but I don't care enough to do that. But so, for the outside, let me bring up exterior stuff. I already have a plan. I actually kind of like this. So what I want to do that, do that. I can actually change all of this. steel. And I got a bunch of hard drives too that I've been researching. Here's a tip for everyone. The way the MAM works, you don't actually have to go back. You just throw a new one down, and they're all kind of networked. Ooh, I don't like any of this. I'll just take the wire. That's all I have, right? Any more hard drives? Nope. But yeah. So I think as long as there's one somewhere, he keeps researching. The next question. For walls, I think I want to do... these windows. Oh, I didn't bring any... I just realized I didn't bring like enough silica. Let's see how this looks. Do it like this. This is a single pane. I don't want single pane. I wanted this one. How does that look? If we do 5, change this over. It looks good, even though it's a little bit smaller than that single window. I gotta fix that because it shows here the icon matches this one. I noticed too on an experimental that with the exception of the firefly things, like all the other animals have disappeared. I know they're working on the AI for them, so I think that was purposeful. Fly on up. So I realized something too, that I'm gonna have to go back and fix factories. But the way I was doing the belts, I was doing it like yeah, I was doing it where like if for the inputs, I was using like the lowest tier belt possible. So like if I had like four machines that only needed like 120 resources, I would use the Mark II belts. I decided I'm just gonna switch that over to Mark V, because what happens then is I'm waiting for resources to move for no reason. Fly up. And using the Mark V belt, it gets the resources there as fast as possible. And then it's just a matter of, the buildings kind of limit themselves and figure themselves out. So that's something I did on this one, and I'm going through the old factories to fix them. But I actually had an idea. Put this here. I've actually been inspired by why can't I put this? I've been inspired by this one post I saw. Okay, so this is something that they need to address. I want to put this on the edge. Why can't I do that? Control. I want to do that. So I can put it... How does this make any sense? I can put it floating above. like that, but I can't put it on there. Whatever. But what I want to do, I may switch this to beams. I gotta see. It's too square. Someone posted a picture of signs that layout. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Do I like this bottom piece? I don't. So I am going to use those signs, but I'm not going to use that for the support. For the support, I'm going to do beams. I'm going to go up a little bit. Go right here. Support, metal beam. I'm going to go out. Let's go over to there. Go up. Let's say we'll go up 10. So for this, yeah, that looks much better. Ooh. That's not what it's gonna say. D. Nope. So what's nice is, so like I said, I'm, converting this, the sorry, I'm trying to think and build. All the belts over to the Mark V belts. Get back to that in a second. So what that really means is that I have to, go through. Perfect. But so for the next building we have to do is just screws. When I made the quote-unquote temporary one, I set it up so that all I'd had to do was just switch it over. So that factory is essentially done. I just gotta redo the exterior. Everyone should know what this is from the, I'm guessing, is the thumbnail and the title. Perfect. Just what I wanted. The big rod. That's what we're calling this building. That's something I do want to do at a certain point, is go back and kind of give all my buildings names. What does this look like? So you go 40 there. Think about doing. Copy that there. How does that look? That looks good. Okay, so that's what the building's gonna look like. I know it's kind of plain. It's kind of just a big tower. But that's kind of what I wanted. So the next big thing... Oh, that was the other stuff I wanted to mention, is the... I know I mentioned about increasing the... making a second iron and steel factory. I may not have to do that quite yet, because I found there's another pure coal node right next to the steel factory that I'm not using. So that may actually, whatchamacallit, delay us having to switch that over. So let's just get this going. Ooh, I don't like where this landed. I keep forgetting. I started using this more. If you click the foundation, rather than going through and having a railway. Okay. Bad example. But when you're building, if you don't want to have it to keep opening the build menu, and if you're like switching between two things, a quick way to do that is you just middle mouse button. Well, whatever you're pointing at, it'll just bring up. I actually don't like this is concrete. I think I'm gonna do for this. So this actually was not the spot I wanted to put it. I wanted to put this on the other side of this pillar here. But what actually keeps happening is I keep stumbling into more oil. So there was an oil field on the other side. Go up to, what is it? I think 6. Should go 5. Yes. This is going to be a little strange. This bottom part's not going to look very great. Because like I said, it doesn't really fit in here. But I had to put it here because of land restraints, really. Maybe I'll do that. That up there. So this I'm just kind of making up as I go. Don't want that. What I always like to do from the foundation is go down with the cement, because then it looks like it's just like a solid block it's sitting on. Like that. Okay, and then we're going to go 2. Keep consistent with the style here. So I have an idea for the screw factory. I have an idea for modular frames. I'm still trying to figure out a layout for the reinforced plates. As you saw, like, it's gonna be a lot. I gotta fit 276, I think it was. I gotta fit that many constructors in a building. Or assemblers, not even constructors. I don't know how to do this corner here. Do this all windows to here. And see, this corner has to be like this because of the track here, the main railway. Which actually I finished the loop, so now I have a loop that goes around the map. It goes into the desert. best we can. Autosave. So it goes into, what is it, the sandy dunes? Whatever this area. I'm on the border of it. And, whatchamacallit? It doesn't really go into it. I'm gonna probably put a small loop off of it. Because I know I haven't even gotten up to it, but in a previous playthrough, when I was exploring, God, I don't even know what update it was. Whatever one they added the gas in. One of the resources I'm going to need to get is nitrogen gas. And I know there's a... I'll put it this way, the only node I know about is in the desert. I think there's others, but... Okay, so that's how that's going to look. The thing I needed to see... I gotta make... Here's another thing I need to do, is put corner roofs in. So I'll probably have to do this like a... something like this. This is gonna be a bunch of playing around with. Get this to look halfway decent. But this isn't going to go very high, it's just going to go right to the base here. And that'll go into the top. The other thing, because I don't really show it off too much. Let's go up here. So, what I want to show is the interior infrastructure. So I kept this outer loop clear, because that's where like the walkway is going to be. But I never really show making the insides. I realized a while ago, and it's not just this game, it's most games, I don't like making interiors. I find I'm better at making like the big structure. Which is why this game's good for me. Like the stairs. But I do want to have a little bit of a interior structure here. Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll come up here. Then we can just throw up a railing here. That. And the next one... Wait, well, actually... Give me do that one there. Ugh. I was hoping I could get it... Alright, we'll figure that out. Then like this one, I'm gonna come from here. Why that got pulled out. Now this one's gonna come like that. That's perfect. And then we'll do the same thing. Straight corner, T-crossing, like that, like that, and crossing like that. That's how we'll navigate the floors. What I'm going to try to do, we'll see how bad this paint looks. I don't have any on me. I'll try to do like my usual like path here. I don't know how it's going to work with that, how it's Z-fighting like that. So I'll work on that. I'll get all this settled. Settled and by settled I mean built. And then we'll come back and do our quick tour of the final product. Our final facility. So I will See everyone then. Okay, so we're back at the factory. So this is the first floor, so you guys can get a sense. Got our 16 constructors on each level in a circle. They all feed into this big cyclone of belts. Now I know that wasn't necessary, but I like the way it looks. So that's why I did it that way. And everything's getting fed with steel. So I didn't paint the floors because you can see it here, this weird Z fighting. The paint doesn't look good. So unfortunately, it's going to be kind of bare. And this is what this monstrosity looks like from the bottom. So the steel ingots get sent up. There's if you can see the center elevators. And then yeah, we just got our two stations here. Something else we can do. This time I double checked it. Come over here. Throw this up. The display, yeah, it's the display sign. I always forget which one it is. Yeah. Select our rods. And our potential production for this one is 6-1. I gotta think of a universal way to write that, because I keep changing it based on where I am. Do it like that. Yeah, I like that layout. So, go back outside. You can see, first floor is kind of plain. I cut these corners just so it matches the one over there, where the rail line comes through. We got our big rod sign. Big rod exterior. Like I said, I know it's kind of plain, but this is what I decided to do for this one. I like the octagon shape. I said I would have done it round, but to make this round is just way too much. We got our 8 floors. I'll just have to get the signs for there and the radio tower to stick on top. But for now, we are done with our rods. So next we're going to do the screws. I had previously mentioned that it's just basically stripping the exterior and putting a new one on, because the temporary one I built to be replaced, like, I built so that I could just switch the recipes over. And it's all set. But yeah, will be next time. And then I guess I'll see everyone later.